calling straight BS on 95% of the excuses you've been making for not pursuing your dreams and starting your business. If you're new to me, hello and welcome. My name is Drisha Hawk. I'm an income strategist and founder of the new online academy, Fuck Fixed Income. It's an 8-week online academy where I teach you how to earn a consistent 4-figure months while working your 9 to 5. It's about turning your ideas into income and creating a sustainable, solid, service-based business online, providing value and creating solutions for other people. So today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 myths about starting a business while working your 9 to 5. A lot of folks out there say that I just don't have the time, I don't have the money, I'm not consistent enough, I don't know enough, it's just I need to wait another 6 months until whatever in your life changes or happens. And like, guys, these are just straight excuses that so many of us have used, holding us back from pursuing any of our dreams, tackling that new idea, and for a lot of you guys, starting your business. So I'm going to talk through just 3 of the biggest myths and actually the truth behind those myths so we can work together on how to overcome that challenge and help give you the little push you might need to start your business. So if you guys are watching, I would love for you guys to hop in the comments, say, hey, let me know you're here. And if you think anybody, that any of your friends or your network could benefit from hearing this, watching this video, please feel free to share. I'm about to get this shared right now on all of my social media channels, and then we're going to get started. So let's get this going. Hi, hello, where are you located? I think it's Karma. All right. Getting this posted and shared, and then we're going to get going. Okay. So the number one, Cincinnati, Ohio, good stuff. I'm right here, right in Michigan, so not too far from you. But the number one first myth that we're going to talk about that many people use as to the reason why they're not starting their business is it takes money to make money. And Jay, I am too broke to start a business. And let me just be very frank with you. Like, yes, some money is needed, but not as much as you think. I started my first business when I was in college. I ran out of financial aid my senior year of school and had to come up with a substantial amount of money in order for me to graduate. So guys, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any business experience. I hadn't taken any courses or had a coach. Like, I just needed to come up with some quick cash. Within 7 days, I started my business for under $100. Like, hear me when I say that. So yes, it takes money to like really scale and grow your business, but in order for many people out here who want to start a business, you can probably do so for less than $100. And like, let me break that down for you. You know, you getting your LLC in the state of Michigan is $50. You can go and do that. So the LLC fee does change based off of what state that you're in. But it's only $50 here in Michigan. I had to buy a domain name, which was like $10 or $11. I had to get a website, and at the time I used like a BigCommerce or a Shopify platform, and that was maybe $30. So that was really all that I needed to get started. And I think a lot of the time, a lot of us overcomplicate the process or think that we need everything to be perfect in order for us to start getting the ball rolling. And that's where I want everybody to kind of check themselves for a minute and identify that, yeah, you need a little bit of cash to get started, but you don't need nearly as much as you think you do. And as you start, the most important thing is just to put yourself out there, make sure that it's good. It doesn't have to be great right away. But the biggest thing is that you're providing amazing, amazing value. And when you're providing amazing, amazing value and you're actually solving somebody's problem, you're going to start generating income, and then you start using the money that you are like those quick wins, that initial money that you're making in your business, and then you reinvest. And that's when you start to grow and scale and get the fancier website and invest in like a high scale designer. That's when you really start to do more of those growth and scale type of activities. But when you're just getting started, guys, like you don't need like all the elaborate perfection that you think that you possibly need. And I can almost guarantee that you probably have some disposable income that you're spending on things that you really don't need right now, that you could be investing in your dream or in your business. So I want you to just kind of like think about it. Because I know so many people will say, Jay, I'm like tapped out. I have zero funds. There's no way that I can even afford a $50 LLC or like afford to invest $300 a month to get my business up and going. And again, I'm calling bullshit. So I want you to ask yourself, are you spending $30 on like a fancy dinner 2 or 3 times a week? Or eating out at Qdoba 3 times, 4 times a week at lunch? You could be using that money to invest and using that cash to build your business. Are you dropping $50 at Target on new pillows or conditioner or the super cute new notebooks in aisle, like in the office aisle? I know I do. That's disposable income. It's about shifting those habits and really being able to recognize what's of value and where should you be spending your money. You could use that money that you're dropping at Target to afford your LLC. Or maybe you're spending, if you're a coffee drinker, maybe you're spending $3 to $5 a day at Starbucks or Big B or whatever, McDonald's for coffee or whatever. Like if you add up $5 a day over the course of a month, that's over $140 that you could have been investing in your legacy, that you're actually just kind of blowing away. So if you're using the excuse that you don't have the money to start your business, I want you to reevaluate. And for a majority of individuals, especially if you're trying to start an online business, you do not need that much money to get started. Yes, you'll need money to scale and grow, but you guys can get started. Hi, Brittany. No worries. We're just getting going. Somebody said some people really only have money for bills and food. And I mean, that is the case for some people. So, I mean, I'm just talking to I think a lot of folks out there. I know individuals who make less than $20,000 a year and they're still able to save a couple $1,000s a year by being smart with their money. I think a lot, I want you guys to just think about it like this for a second. If the government decided to just raise everybody's taxes by 20%, yeah, we bitch, we complain, but you know what? We'd still end up paying the money. Why? Because we just have to, or we go to jail. So I want you to think about it like that. Like if the government just raised their taxes by 20% and now you're spending anywhere from 15 to 30% on tax and you had to pay an extra 20%, you'd figure it out. So, and one thing when it comes to saying that you don't have money to invest in your business, realize that these are short-term sacrifices that you're making for long-term gains. Short-term sacrifices that you are making for long-term gains. Sometimes you investing and dropping your last penny, I'm not even saying like dropping your last penny, but being more conscious, like deciding to buy groceries and make dinner versus going out to Qdoba 3 times a week for lunch, plus going out to some like Olive Garden or Applebee's or whatever for dinner. Like being intentional, you changing your habits, making these short-term sacrifices, like staying in 2 Fridays out of the month instead of going out and getting drinks and dinner with your girlfriends at, the hip chic restaurant downtown. Short-term sacrifices that you could be spending and saving right now so you can build a business, actually start generating income in the next 3 to 6 months, and then go back to your normal way of lifestyle. So it's a mindset shift that has to happen if you say that you want these things for yourself. If you say that you want these things for yourself. And you're speaking to the middle class overspenders. I think I'm speaking to both. I know, and I have worked with clients. I have a client right now who is in college, no computer. She's paying for school herself, and she still was able to be conscious with her coins and just save a little bit at a time to even be able to invest to work with me. She has no computer. She doesn't have internet at home. She doesn't have cable at home. She figured it out. And she's a college student. She's like 20 years old. No family support either. So I'm just saying, I think in certain situations, like the financial situation is very, very real. But for a lot of us, we're using excuses because it's just easier to cop out. and blame that we don't have time or it's a money thing versus like actually having to hold ourselves accountable to the actions that we're taking every day and the choices that we're making on how we spend our money. It's easier to just use some excuse, cop out, and just say, oh, I can't do it. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I just want you to really evaluate your situation and actually track where you are spending your time and track where you are spending your money. Because I can almost guarantee for the vast majority, you're blowing, there's money that you are spending on things that you don't need, that aren't like real necessities, that you could be investing in your business, that you could be investing in your dream. Seriously. And again, I'm not saying that this has to be your life forever, but if you were to go for the next 3 months and just buckle down, imagine how much you can save. And another example of this when it comes, now we're talking about money, is if you guys are familiar with the Digits app, it's an app that I rave about all the time, but it's an app that automatically saves money for you. So it'll look at your spending habits in your account, and then it'll just take out $1 here, $3 here, $10 here, and put it in a savings account for you. And one of my girlfriends, she's a single mom. She probably makes maybe, I don't even know, definitely less than $30,000 a year, and she has a kid. And I've been telling her, like, you got to start saving, you got to start saving. She's like, I do not make enough money to save, Jay. Like, bump all that BS you're talking about, and I don't have enough to save. So I got her on the Digits app, and it was amazing that she's been able to save over close to $700 to $800 in the past four or 5 months, because that app is just pulling money out of her account without her noticing it. And she makes less than 30 grand a year and has a child and is a single mother. I'm just saying, guys, it's about changing your habits and being more intentional with your money. And sometimes if the case is like, go get an app that's going to force it and do it for you. Seriously. Like, seriously. That's like a trip. It's no joke. So and one thing I also want to point out before I even go on to like myth number 2 is, guys, if you live in America, and even if you are making like the poverty line, like even if you are a 4-person household making like 24 grand a year or $30,000 a year, you are still in the 1% in the entire world of wealth. The vast majority of people on this earth are living off of like hundreds of dollars a month. Like, legitimately. You even being American and being on minimum wage, you are still like one of the richest individuals in the world when you really look at it like on a global scale. The people out there living off of like $5 a day. Cut the bullshit, own your shit, and decide whether or not you're going, like, what you want to do with your stuff, okay? Brittany, I will definitely post the link to the app after the video in the group. Clarissa said, get a regular mani-pedi instead of a gel. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm so glad we're going to talk about this. I know women who say that they cannot afford to invest in a coach, or like, I had a woman tell me that my program, she didn't have the money to invest in it. And my program was $1,000. And I looked at her. She had a full set of gel nails, a full set on her toes, and at least $600 worth of weave in her head. Priorities. It goes back to priorities. What do you really want? Guys, it's really, and again, it's about the short-term sacrifice. You do not have to sacrifice your beauty and your nails and your hair and the Starbucks and the Target runs for forever. But a short-term sacrifice can get you going and really help you start in your business and your dream. Like, legitimately. Y'all know, like, I've never gotten gel or acrylic on my toes because that's just not my thing. But she had the whole shebang. And I'm like, honey, child, if you just rock your natural for a month, imagine how much money you would save. Just saying. Just saying. And I know some of you guys maybe are new to me, but I know I've been sharing with my audience, like, this is I got my nails done 2 weeks ago for the first time in 4 months. Why? Because I was using my nail money to pay for my Facebook ads. I was out here nubby nail looking like a little Asian boy. Nails not done for 4 months because I was using my nail money to invest in my Facebook ads. Short-term sacrifice. And the only like, seriously, guys, like, just saying. So myth number 1, People say it takes money to make money, Jay, and I'm too broke to start a business. I want you to reevaluate your coins, see where you are spending. Sometimes I think it's really good for you just to get like literally track your spending, or go into your bank account and like look at where you spent your money last month and like write it down in categories. Most people in my community, they spend too much money on food. Like not only groceries, but like we like to go out and we are a little bit greedy when it comes to food. A lot of the women in my community are in that space. So like, y'all, we got to cut back on the fancy restaurants a couple times a month. We have a lot of winos, meaning like wine lovers in our group, which I am too. We got to cut back on all the glasses that we get at the restaurant. And we have a lot of Target fanatics. And I'm also guilty of this, that we'll go into Target with a mission to get toothpaste and deodorant. And we come out with like new bed sheets, new blankets, new pots, and 3 cute mugs. It's like, y'all, we dropped over $100 on shit we didn't even need. So reevaluate that. Myth number 2 is I work a 9 to 5, Jay. Like I just don't have time to start a business. Again, I'm calling straight bullshit. There are like, I just want you guys to think about this. There's 24 hours in the day, right? 24 hours in the day. 8 hours of that day is going to your 9 to 5. Give or take there. You sleep for 8 hours in a day. That's 16 hours that you've used in your day for your job and for sleep, hopefully. And most of y'all ain't getting 8 hours. Because I know a lot of y'all don't even get 8 hours of sleep. Because y'all stay up on Instagram scrolling while you're laying in bed for an extra 2 hours before you fall asleep. So let's just say in a perfect world, you have 8 hours of sleep and 8 hours at your job. That's still another 8 hours in your day. What are you doing with it? It is not about your, like, time management is not your problem. I know a lot of people say, Jay, I really suck at time management. I'm not good at managing my time. I want you to understand that time is a finite resource. You cannot change time. It is going to pass no matter what. It's your lack of action with the time that you have, which is holding you back from you getting closer to your dream, from you starting your business, from you doing whatever it is that you say that you want to do. I'm going to say it one more time. It's your lack of action with the time that you have. It's all about action management more so than time management. So I want you guys just to stop checking Facebook for the 15th time. Stop scrolling through Instagram aimlessly. Stop like double checking and triple checking to see who has liked your photo or who has shared it, or to see if, baby girl has over here, just cut all of that out, y'all. Like, cut all of it out. Stop worrying about how many people who've liked your photos. Stop binge watching on Netflix. Quit your self-doubt, okay? Like, quit worrying about and dreading over what happened yesterday. Don't even, get too stressed up, spending too much time worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, you may be afraid to move forward, but you still, and you should be terrified that you'll stay exactly where you are if you do not change your habits in that space, guys. Like, seriously. When it comes to people saying, I have a 9 to 5, I just can't do it. Like, y'all, Oprah out here got multiple businesses. Barack Obama was running the damn country with kids and a wife. And they had a dog. Beyonce out here running the stage. Like, whoever it is that you maybe idolize or look up to in your world, like, all of us wear multiple hats. A lot of you guys are moms with kids. You have a job. Like, you are, a wife, a sister, a friend to somebody. You guys, you make it happen. And I think another thing was saying, I don't have enough time. How much time do you even really need to get started? I think some people think that they need 40 hours in a day or 40 hours in a week or whatever to start their business. You guys can get started with an hour a day. Can you commit an hour a day to you building your business? I can guarantee you every last one of you on watching me right now, you can make the choice to do that. Seriously. Like, we have to, again, start making one of those short-term sacrifices. Maybe you don't get to watch Scandal on Thursday night. Like, maybe you got to catch up on Scandal every other week and you just spend a Saturday, watching the episodes. Maybe you don't get to watch 13 Truths all in one day. Or Dear White People, you don't spend the whole weekend watching the whole season. Seriously. And it's like, you think about it, like think about how you've spent your time over the last 30 days. And I want you to think about, like, are you fulfilled? Are you getting the results and the impact that you say that you want to have for your life? The goals that you say that you have, are you any closer than you were 30 days ago? And if your answer is no, and you don't feel like confident and like you feel good about that, where are you spending your time that is not really propelling you in the direction that you're trying to go, that's not getting you any step closer to the legacy that you're trying to leave? And are those things that you're doing right now worth sacrificing for maybe the next 3 months so you can invest in building your business? And as your business is growing and generating income for you, automating things and having more time, you being strategic with setting your business, then you can go back to doing those things. But guys, like, calling BS on time being an excuse, because all of us have the same 24 hours in the day. Bill Gates is making it happen. My VPs are making it happen. Many of you on this call, Kelly, Tori, Destiny, you guys are making it happen. What is your damn excuse? Kelly said, how do you know what actions to focus on during the time that you are setting aside? That's a very, very, very good question, Kelly, because it's about action management. And I think a lot of people, me included, sometimes I get stuck in this, where you're driving full speed in the wrong direction. Because to your point, you're not taking the right actions with the time that you have. So you end up going full speed. I'm hustling, I'm working, I'm busy, and you're getting nowhere. You're getting no results because you're going in the wrong direction. And I think this goes back to, one, knowing what is your long-term goal, what is your destination that you're trying to get to and that you're trying to achieve, and then being able to reverse engineer it. So where am I trying to go? If I'm trying to have a $10,000 a month, okay, that's the destination. How are we actually going to get there? And this is why I make investments in people who've already carved out the path for me. This is why I hire coaches and get in masterminds and like make sure that I'm surrounding myself by people who are ahead of where I'm at and where I'm trying to go within my business, because I do not have the time to waste going full speed in the wrong damn direction with no roadmap. So it's like you getting in the car, driving full speed down 96, hoping you're going to get to California, and you end up in Florida because you didn't take the time to buy a map. Or you didn't take the time to buy the GPS system so you can plug it in and just go on the route that she already has, like Siri has designed out for you. And so many people are like, well, I don't want to spend the money. I'm going to just drive and hope for the best. I'm going to stop at the gas station. I'm going to get on Google. I'm going to just read these blog posts and just pray that like I'm going in the right direction. And you have to realize there's like two of the most valuable resources in this world are time and money. One you can never get back. Once your time is spent, it's gone. Money, on the other hand, you can always earn more money. So my perspective, at least for your question, Kelly, is I would much rather buy the advanced garment map that costs $3,000 that will get me from here to California in the next how many ever days, versus like me being in the car driving for the next month praying that I just show up. You get what I'm saying? So I think, one, you need to know what your end destination is, where are you actually trying to go. Two, you need to understand how to actually get there. What resources do you need? And really, what is your time? What are you willing to sacrifice in regards to time or money? Because either you're going to spend time trying to figure it out and researching and reading and like whatever, or you're going to spend money investing in books, education, other individuals who've already done the hard work. And maybe they've, kind of got off track, but you can learn from their mistakes and learn from the education that they also have, so you can fast track your way to success. So you can get the fast pass and cut everybody else in line. So you need to reverse engineer it. But I think if you feel as if you've had a consistent goal for a while and you've been moving, you've been hustling, you've been busy, but you're not getting any closer to your destination, it's time to reevaluate. It's definitely time to like pump the brakes, figure out, you can pull out a map, maybe have a consult call with somebody, get on a strategy call, talk to somebody else who is not in your sphere, but who has accomplished the results that you're looking to achieve, and get some advice and buy a map. That's really how I Yeah, I want the fast pass. I'm with you. Because, like, people sometimes say, like, Jay, you dropped $3,000 on a coach, or I'm in the process right now. I'm about to invest $6,000 in a very intimate mastermind group that also comes with coaching and training. And people are like, what in the hell? You about to drop how much money? And the thing I want you guys to realize is, like, guys, when I dropped my first $3,000 on a business coach, one, you need to vet your coaches, understand who you're investing in. Like, don't just hire anybody. But the reason why I did that at a very early stage in my business is because I wanted that fast pass. I did not want to waste another year and a half, me just gluing the pieces together and having to read a bunch of articles and, like, trying to find all the free resources to put it together. The free resources out there will teach you why something is important. It'll teach you what it is, but it will not teach you how. Very, very rarely will you find resources that teach you how. And more importantly, it's damn near impossible to find free resources that are going to put it saying that here's how to do it and here's which one you need to do first, second, third, and fourth. And when number two, like you hit a road bump, this is how you fix it. Free resources do not do that. I don't teach my clients that they don't put that type of stuff in their free resources. I don't even put that type of stuff in my free resources. I teach the why and I teach the what. You pay to learn how to do it. So I think I invested in a high level coach who's been in the game for 6 or 7 years, who was making anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 a month in the niche that I was in. She had the receipts. She had the reputation. I trusted her. I had the level of, like, I liked that one-on-one commitment because, again, I wanted that fast pass. I don't want to wait 13 weeks going through a course. I want to learn, like, at my pace. So the quicker I implement what you're teaching me, the more you can teach me. So that's why I invested. And guys, when you think about, like, when you are going full speed in the right direction, imagine what your results are. Like, I made back every penny of that investment within 8 weeks. So I spent $3,000 and made $3,000 back in 8 weeks. That's a good damn investment to me. That's a great ROI. I'm not going to get that on the stock market anywhere. 100% return on my investment in 8 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's a mindset shift that has to happen. There's habits that have to change. There's sacrifices that you have to identify that you're willing to make in order for you to get one step closer to your legacy. And you got to figure out what you want, you know? So great question, Kelly. And the third myth I want to talk about is, again, another popular one that people tell me all the time is that, Jay, I'm just not consistent. You know, I've tried everything and I just cannot make this work. Like, I can't get up early enough. I can't make the time to work on my business. Like, I'm just super inconsistent. And again, I'm calling bullshit. You are very consistent. You are consistent being inconsistent. You get that? You're super consistent at being inconsistent. And consistency as an excuse, it's just I hate when people tell me, oh, Jay, I'm too inconsistent. You are consistently making choices that do not fuel the goals that you say that you want for yourself, the person you say that you want to be. Everything that you do is a choice, guys. And a lot of us make very subconscious choices. We don't realize the choices that we're making. But you all have full control out of every single thing you do in your life. People say, like, oh, my life sucks, I have to go to work. You don't have to go. You could, like, not go into work tomorrow. You could stay home. You could skip a meeting. Not saying, like, you know, there's repercussions to your actions if you choose to do those things, but those are all choices you are making. Nobody is forcing you. You are not chained to anything. So I think a big thing that has to happen is, one, recognizing that you have full power and full control over everything in your life. Trump being the president don't mean shit. I mean, it means shit, but, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not controlling a lot of your decisions that are happening, like, right now and tomorrow. And I just want everybody here to recognize that you are in full control. You have full power. So just like when it go back to, like, how managing your actions and action management in your life, you being consistent is a choice. Like, if you're oversleeping because, like, to get to work, like, I need you to make the decision to get your ass out of bed. People say, I can't get up early, Jay. Like, that's just not me, bro. Like, I can't get up at no 5:30. That's insane. Seriously, guys, again, bullshit. You're choosing to stay in bed. You're choosing to hit snooze in the morning 17 times. You're giving yourself the option to even hit snooze 17 times because you set 17 alarms. No. Make the decision that, like, I'm getting my ass out of bed. Why am I getting out of bed? Because I want to build a business that will fuel my legacy and create financial freedom in my life. If your dreams are not worth an extra hour of your day, you getting out of bed or turning off your cell phone before you go to bed at night, your dreams really aren't a priority to you then. Because where you spend your time and where you spend your money is a direct reflection of what you value. Where you spend your time and where you spend your money is a direct reflection of what you value. It's a direct reflection of what you prioritize. And if you are constantly choosing, even subconsciously, I need you to become more self-aware, but if you are constantly making decisions that are not propelling you in the direction that you say that you want for yourself, I want you to evaluate what are your priorities and what's of value to you. Because if it is, you will learn to shift your habits. And you will learn to sacrifice the other, like, mundane things that really don't mean shit so you can build and have the life that you want to have. Right? Let me see. Thank you guys for all the love. I love all the hearts and the thumbs up, and all these comments are good stuff. Let me go back and read some of this. Corey said, if you aren't ready to quit and walk away from your job, would you recommend switching jobs for more pay to have more disposable income to save and invest? Or do you feel like it's a waste of time? So Corey, I am not a believer in telling people to, like, one, I want you to also understand that, like, I work a 9-to-5 right now. I'm a pipeline engineer for a Fortune 500 company. Like, I work a 9-to-5. I'm not an advocate of either you have to be a 9-to-5 working in corporate or you have to be an entrepreneur. I don't believe in, like, it has to be either or. I believe that you can have both. And I think there's great value in you starting with both, because I'm not telling anybody, nor am I an advocate saying, like, quit your job tomorrow and become an entrepreneur if that's your dream. If most people can't manage the few hours they have in a week right now with a 9-to-5, what in the hell are you going to do if you had an extra 40 hours in a week? You're not even prepared, like, mentally. You don't know how to be a boss of a business with full 24 hours in your day when you can't even manage, like, the 3 to 5 that you have outside of your 9-to-5. So I don't think that, if you're not ready to quit your job, don't quit your job. If your business isn't, like, consistently making money, or that you have, like, a solid plan in place, like you have momentum, I'm not an advocate of people telling people to quit their jobs. That's just not my forte. Granted, I do have clients who have quit their jobs who did not have a plan yet, but they had just started working with me. And I was a little nervous because that's just not how I roll. Like, I'm definitely not the one telling somebody, like, jump out the window with no parachute on and just pray that you make it down. I'm much more work your 9-to-5, like, use your 9-to-5 to be the biggest investor in your business. You do not have to be a business owner or a corporate professional. You can have both if you want both. But, like, if your situation is that you don't want to work a 9-to-5, and that you do want to be a full-time entrepreneur, just how can you make sure that you're prepared and positioning yourself to be successful in that space? How are you, like, preparing and conditioning yourself right now to be effective with your time, to be more self-aware of, like, when you need to make investments, and kind of back to Kelly's point, like, what you need to do when, like, make sure that you're actually generating income. So I think that situation really depends on like, your own situation. I know some people's jobs are extremely draining mentally, physically. So sometimes I will say, like, maybe you do need to switch jobs. I mean, the job that you have now isn't even fulfilling. My situation's a little bit different. Like, I love my job. So Corey, I don't have, like, a direct answer for you, but I think that it is a very valid option to potentially, get another job that either works less hours or that is more fulfilling, so you're happier more hours in the day, so you don't leave work completely drained energy-wise, as you're still building your business. So I don't have a direct, like, I really need to talk to you to learn more about your situation to give more of, like, a direct feedback line. But I really want everybody here to understand that you can have both. It does not have to be an either or situation. You can have both. And one, I think you also need to identify, like, why do you want your business? Is it for the money? Is it for the freedom? Is it a combination of both? How much money do you need? Do you need to be making $10,000 in your business, or do you really only want or need like an extra $2,000 so you can go on vacation, or so you can buy that Louis Vuitton bag or pay for that Mercedes? Like, what do you really want, and how much do you actually need? So there's a misconception. We say we need more time, we need more money. If you can't manage the money and time that you have right now, what are you going to do with more? You're going to fuck it up. So, or you're going to blow it on like dumb stuff. So that's not a good position to be in either. Good question. Some are consistently inconsistent. Yes, that is the truth for most. Brittany said you got to make it a lifestyle. You got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired to change. I think you necessarily don't need to wait until like you've hit rock bottom to start changing. I think it's just becoming more self-aware of the things that you say you want for yourself and the things that you say you want for your life. I think a lot of us don't even think about that. Like, what is your great day? Like, what do you envision your life being? How much money do you have? Who's in your life? What type of freedom and flexibility are you comfortable and okay with? Like, when you really are deciding to, you know, like some of you guys said, get the gel nails. Like, is that more important? Is that higher priority or a higher value than you possibly investing that same amount of money to, like, you know, get a course that's $300 or to save up for a course that's $1,000? Like, what's a priority for you? So I don't even necessarily think you need to wait till you hit rock bottom or like to the point where you are really sick and tired. Some people need that. But some people use that again as an excuse to wait until they like, don't wait. I'd much rather y'all like make changes now when things are still like pretty cool in your world versus waiting until like shit's really hit the fan. But I'm all about the side hustle. Thank you, Micah. Thanks for pointing that out. Jordan said that I'm literally flying over Atlanta watching you right now. I feel so cool. Jordan is out here living the life. Jordan is on a plane with Wi-Fi watching us right now. Jordan, you have all the free, like, I just want to be you when I grow up. I'm getting there, girlfriend. Brittany said I'm in the grocery store blasting this live. Yes, tell the grocery neighbors what's up. That's too funny. Corey said I have a few. Kelly said some of us don't really value what we say that we value. That is so true. And guys, like, we have to hold ourselves accountable to the greatness that we say that we have and to like the things that we say that we want. A lot of us, even when it comes to relationships, we have all these expectations of how we want our man to treat us, like what we want our man to do, the level of consistency and commitment that he provides us, but we don't even hold ourselves accountable to those same values that we're looking for in other people. And that's when you get a lack of alignment, which was sometimes that's when life like really doesn't start jiving and things like aren't as easy, or, you know, it's just a lot more painful to go through these experiences. You have to hold yourself accountable to the things that you say that you want for yourself, that you want for other people. And like that, exactly what Kelly said, like, do you really value the things that you say that you value? I'm glad this helps. Alexis said, I believe that a 9-to-5 can prepare you for your business, time, consistency, etc. I'm a department head and I've learned so much about budgeting, staffing, hiring. Absolutely. Like me being an entrepreneur has made me a better engineer, but also my 9-to-5 has made me such a great entrepreneur. Because one, like, all of you guys work for companies that are obviously successful if they're able to like pay you, right? Start thinking outside of what your existing role is at your company. If you're an admin, if you're a consultant, if you're an engineer, like, how can you start learning the business strategy behind how your job is functioning so you can start thinking like a business owner, thinking like a CEO, and applying those same strategies and tactics in your own side hustle? And that's exactly what I've done. Like, a lot of the reason why I think my clients and my students have a higher rate of success, and even why my business alone has been really successful, is that I'm leveraging strategies that I'm learning. I lead a $400 million pipeline project at work. I'm leveraging the same strategies that we do on a $400 million pipeline project in my business. You know, I make sure that I'm sitting in on the CFO's meetings and like sitting in strategy meetings, like learning about our finances, our shareholders. Like, I'm learning about all of that stuff. I work for $1 billion corporation. How can I apply those same strategies in my own business? So all of you work for an employer that is a successful business in some right. How can you be learning, like Alexis just pointed out, learning skills that will make you better in your own business? And people say, like, I hate my job sucks. Shift your perspective. I want you to change the channel. It may not be the most enriching experience, but again, short-term sacrifice sometimes. What can you be learning from your current job that will make you better in building your business? Understanding how they do systems, how they handle customer experience situations, how they're doing their long-term planning. Like, all these same things you have to figure out how to do to even grow your own business. How they market, how they brand, how they communicate their message, why they have guiding principles, why they have values, why they have breakthrough goals. You need all those things for your own business. How you're documenting processes and procedures. Same thing applies when you have a business and you actually start growing and hiring a team. So I love that you made that a point, Alexis, because it's so, so, so true. So I had a couple more things about being consistent. So one, that we need to clarify what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So what is your end goal specifically? People say, I want a business because I want to make money. How much money? Right? Like, you need to be super clear and specific about what you want to accomplish and what your end goal is. So one, we need to clarify. Two, we need to identify our next steps. There's so many ideas and tabs open sometimes that we don't know what our next step is. And that was kind of the point Kelly made earlier. So you've identified the results. You've even maybe identified what your goal is. But what's the next action you need to take in order the next time you have time to work on your business? So even if you only have 30 minutes a day or an hour a day, or you're only able to give like 3 or 4 hours on your Saturday, what is that next best step that's going to get you one step closer to your end goal? And then 3, we need to verify the system that you put in place to ensure you have the necessary actions to build a profitable business that you want for yourself. So you need a trusted system to turn your ideas into real coins and to stay on track. So I did make a really awesome 8-page workbook for you guys. If anybody's interested, it's completely free. If you click the title of this, in the link in the description, it'll take you to my blog post, and you'll be able to download an 8-page workbook that'll help you work through just the beginning thought process that you need in regards to starting a business. And it's a great way just for you to get your thoughts out, start getting some structure to things. But I want you guys to get over these myths and these excuses that people use, and you have used, I've even used, to say why I can't start my business. Because I can guarantee you, I've personally done it myself twice now, starting a business and growing my business, but I've also helped others do the same. Okay? And within the new signature program that I'm launching in just a couple days, Fuck Fixed Income, it's teaching you, again, all the necessary steps you need to take, in what order you need to take them, how to actually implement and execute on them, because I give plug and play templates, I give exact downloads and worksheets you need, and I'm there to support you every step of the way. Like, I'm here. I've already done it for myself successfully. I've taught others how to do this process, but how to consistently earn 4 figures a month. And that's really powerful, because 70% of Americans right now live paycheck to paycheck with less than $1,000 in their bank account. Regardless if they're under the poverty level, making 60 grand a year, making even $100,000 a year or more, so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. And I just don't believe in that. Like, I don't believe in only having one stream of income in your life. Not even sitting here saying that everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. I think everybody should have multiple streams of income. And all of you right now have the mindset, you have the know-how. Like, all of you guys have some sort of level of expertise that you know how to do better than somebody else, that you can start making money off of. So I'm all about how can you turn your ideas into income by providing a service or a consultation, being a coach, a freelancer, anything like that in regards to your exchanging a service. All of you guys can turn that into money. And that's exactly why I created Fuck Fixed Income, because I do not believe anybody should be living on a fixed income. We all should have more flexibility with our finances, so we can make choices that aren't based off of how much money we have in our bank account or how much money we have coming in the next 2 weeks. So if you want to go get that free 8-page workbook on the first steps to really starting your business, helping you clarify what your end goal is, identify your next steps, and help you also verify your system, just click the link in the title of this Facebook Live, and I would love to support you there. Go get that free download, and just be on the lookout for Fuck Fixed Income. It's coming out soon. We already have quite a few people who've already signed up. So I'm really, really pumped about that, to just support you on that journey of turning your ideas into income, helping you achieve more freedom in your life, and just earn some extra money, guys. Like, fuck fixed income, right? So get over those myths, start moving that needle. Definitely head on over to that link and download the free 8-page workbook. And I will see you guys again this week. I'll be doing a lot more Facebook Lives. So I'm excited to just share some more with you and help you and support you along your journey. So if you thought this was helpful at all, or if you know any of your friends need to hear this or should hear this, please share this video. I would love for you to do that. And I will talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your night.